August 28th, 2025. Here we have the community update from Battlefield with their Battlefield Labs testing. They also released a trailer we're going to take a look at the end of this, but let's take a look. Hello, everyone. Battlefield Labs is returning. The last we heard was that Battle Royale is coming to Labs first. As we resume testing the latest updates and content, we're focusing on refining and polishing the game for launch using the amazing feedback received during the open beta. Thank you. This includes new maps and a first look at the server browser. This is what a lot of people have been dying for. We've heard a lot of outlash for. We look forward to hearing your thoughts as well as feedback from people who test this content as we continue to build Battlefield together. Just quick context, Labs is the test environment that Battlefield has been running since earlier this year, even for Battlefield 6, the full game. A lot of people were playing that essentially beta before it came out for beta for all of us. It's all closed, behind doors, NDA'd. They were allowed to say what they found in the past, lifting their NDA, at least of what they were talk about. They couldn't show any of the content from it. Of course, a lot of that has leaked. A lot of those people have been kicked out of the program and banned, but nonetheless, leading up to October 10th launch, Battlefield Lab resumes. The end of the open beta now provides us with the opportunity to return to Battlefield Labs play sessions. This time around, these sessions may occur at more varied intervals as we target finalizing the launch balance and features of Battlefield 6. So it sounds like it is going to be still catered towards that multiplayer experience. To my knowledge, the Labs guys haven't tried much or anything else outside of what we saw prior to the beta yet. So the big maps and such, maybe that's what they're going to now be testing. I know a lot of people were saying we needed a third beta weekend to test that. We'll see. Battlefield Labs is intended as an experimental environment where the latest changes and work-in-progress ideas are tested with players in closed and private space. The content played here will often be various stages of production, including items in the alpha state, which may result in less polished and stable builds during gameplay. This setup allows us to balance
our content, love the stream stone,
and make adjustments much faster as we shape the future of the game with you, with our community to shape the future of the game. Okay. Before we dive into some areas that we'll be focusing on, if you are interested in shaping the future of Battlefield with us, sign up for Battlefield Labs. Now, it has now resumed. Also, context, if you signed up for Battlefield Labs prior to the beta coming out, that was how you got early access into the beta. Anybody who even signed up, even if you didn't play in the labs, got access to it. And it looks like this is our first peek at the server browser here.
Teamwork make a dream work.
Server browser in Battlefield 6. Here it is. You can see the player count, the ping, the map, the mode, custom modern siege of Cairo, PTFO. Oh, here's a new map. Saints Quarters. New Sobek City. Maroc Valley. This is supposedly going to be the very big map. Ooh, okay. Portal and server browser. Some of the most frequent questions from the community have been about server browser availability and functionality. In an upcoming Battlefield Labs play session, we will enable an early implementation of Portal functionality within the Community tab. At this stage, our main goal is to observe how it works in practice with initial feedback focused on accessibility and UI clarity. Yeah, that's good. As with the custom search functions seen within the recent Battlefield 6 open beta, these features should be treated as work in progress. They are not final, and for now, the scope of the server browser is intentionally limited so that we can focus on stability and the core usability. Battlefield Labs is a vital part of our collaboration with the community, helping us shape and validate these systems together. These tests will be limited in functionality and use cases, allowing us to focus on feedback and ensure stability before expanding further if necessary. Players will see only a subset of functionality and community experiences. Portal custom community experience building will not be available in this test. They're referring to the ability to make community experiences building. I'm assuming they're talking about like map building, of course. Like that's probably going to take a lot. But even in current Portal within 2042, you can do like custom rules editor. Outside of just like basic rules, you can do like coding inside of the game and make custom things. That's how people have made AFK farm lobbies, which have been kind of crazy. Nonetheless, Okay, so they're really tampering expectations, which is probably better than gassing something up and then not delivering on it. Okay. Upcoming Battlefield Labs play sessions will focus primarily on hosting, where we will concentrate on the ease of setting up player-owned servers via predefined shortcodes. This is the ability where you can set rules and then send that shortcode to somebody else so they can create their own server with these rules as well. Altering descriptions, selecting tags, joining those experiences. We are aiming to validate this flow to ensure the scalability and accessibility of the feature. Okay, that seems pretty good, right? Hosting and customizing. Players can use the experience library to find a verified conquest experience using a provided shortcode. Enter a shortcode in the search field to access this mode, then choose play. See a pre-filtered list of active servers, or host, set up your own server, where you will be able to alter descriptions, rotations, and tags. So you can at least set up an official experience and customize the descriptions of it, the rotations. So I'm assuming they're talking about like the maps and modes, if not at least the maps. Joining and experiencing. Players can join via the experience library as described, or open the server browser from the UI to view all current running servers. From here, you can select servers to join them and explore tags and filters, meaning you can search by like NA or whatever. We'll also use this opportunity to gather feedback on tags and filtering systems to identify areas to improve in live services. Something that would be great from my experience now playing this and trying to search for lobbies and trying to differentiate all the AFK stuff as well is if there's a way to filter by XP amount and what you're trying to do. Because like there's sometimes where I want to play the helicopter to just practice. I don't care about XP. But then there's also times where I want to play a new helicopter I haven't played, but I still want to get progression for that helicopter. For example, like that stealth attack helicopter, I needed 180 kills with it in order to unlock the flares, but there was no way to really differentiate it until I sorted through and clicked on it. So there would be it'd be nice if I could filter by the moderate, restricted, or full XP amounts of what was available in addition to like North America. Because if I could isolate it to that and have multiple things that I could filter through, that would really help me find the server and the experience that I'm actually looking for. Have you watched the trailer yet? We're going to watch it after this. But let's see what they have here. We'll also have opportunity for feedback. So they have select tags. You can select tags for friendly fire, heavily asymmetrical. I'm assuming this is like something AI focused maybe, where it's like, you know, you have one team that's stacked and the other is not. No HUD hardcore is an actual tag. That's nice to see. Map modification. You can search by that in 2042, but I don't think you can filter by a tag for it. At least maybe I missed it. Anyways, map modifications. There's also custom logic, loadout restrictions, limited HUD, class locked weapons, and short experience. Probably if you just want a fast lobby. Okay, that seems interesting, right? Combined arms testing then. Before the open beta, Battlefield Labs play sessions have focused on fundamentals of gameplay such as movement, gunplay, and destruction, alongside ensuring that server stability is efficient for the open beta and beyond. Open beta has highlighted feedback around the need to ensure balancing occurs across different sized environments, and we are now entering a phase of Battlefield Labs where this becomes one of the primary focuses as we continue to collaborate and work on future optimizations for the game. Improvements to weapons, large-scale vehicular combat, gadget balancing, and more are set to take place within Labs. New maps such as Operation Firestorm and Morocco Valley are designed for combined arms combat. They're bigger maps. And vehicle takes center stage. Featuring a diverse range of vehicles from quad bikes to tanks to aircrafts, we aim to validate gameplay balance on these new locations and compare it against previously tested maps. We'll also be using Battlefield Labs to determine official settings for hardcore mode, and we look forward to working with players to define it. Until then, here's a sneak peek at Morocco Valley. Ooh, shoot. This looks pretty big. This is going to be the combined arms. So this is going to be similar to your Firestorms in your gigantic scale maps, or the big scale, maybe not gigantic in the 128 version that we saw from 2042. But all right, this is our first look from work in progress here. Ooh. I mean, that's a lot of field to drive through in tanks and open enough area that hopefully, like, you can actually get some crazy routes, actually drive the vehicle instead of just down 2 lanes. You can drive it anywhere. That's one of the things of Firestorm, right? Is you can drive that thing out on the edge. You can drive over the mountains back at your spawn. Your spawn's way the F out in Nowheresville. And if it's going to be similar to that, I would assume maybe. I don't see any landing strips here where the jet's going to take off from. They do have that in Firestorm, at least I would expect it. That was in the old Firestorm, at least. So what's next? Battlefield Labs will continue to essentially to be an essential space for testing new features and balancing changes as we continue this journey. Your feedback during these sessions is valuable and will help guide our final and post-launch adjustments. And that's what I'm curious about. Is how done is this game going to be if we're 2 months from launch here at this point? Seems like we're definitely going to have a package at launch, but there's going to be updates coming
I
after.
want night ops.
Like, are we going to get night ops? Razor, thank you for the 10. I kind of would doubt that. I feel like that would have been tested if we would have different storms and weather and things that they've done in past Battlefields. Maybe. You can set that in like the server browser now for like night versions of maps. But we haven't seen anything about that. Okay. But your feedback and okay. Or like how much are we going to get of Portal? If they're just still testing the basic features of Portal here, of tags, and they're not going to test much else at this point, they're just starting basics. How long are they going to need to test the basics before they start rolling out the bigger stuff? It's seeming like it's going to be more of staggered from what I'm gathering from this. We're not going to get everything all at launch if they're still just testing the basic of it here. But okay. We'll share more about what's next for labs and our progress in future updates. And so when they do the lab stuff, it's probably going to be all behind closed doors, and then they'll do these occasional updates telling us how it's going. I don't know. Maybe we'll get another update before the launch of this, but yeah, that's pretty much the end of the post there. So what do you guys think? The community update. It's good to see that there's going to be actual server browser. It's kind of good to actually see something. Tags. I thought I saw somebody say something about persistent servers, though. Was that also a thing? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to wait and see. I thought I saw somebody post something about persistent servers. Let me just look quickly. Let's see if I can find anything on X. I don't know if this is a reiteration here. This, I think, is the same thing that we just read, reconfigured in a different way. These are all the same screenshots and everything. $42 days and counting? Yeah, exactly. We're coming up on it. Browser revealed. Was this it? 28th. This was from today. Custom servers in Battlefield 6 will be free with game purchase, and you can make them persistent. See, this is what I think I saw. It's a big W right there. Oh, it's on. Included with game purchase, players will also have the ability to make their hosted servers persistent. So it's always listed in the browser for easy access. That's crazy. Because back in Battlefield 3 and 4, if you wanted to have a persistent server, if you even wanted to have a server, you had to buy the server and like host it and do whatever for it. The idea is like I could create a Stonebound 64 server, and even if everybody leaves the server, it's still there. So like the next day, if you guys want to hop on, I don't need to go and make another server
Stone,
again.
Not sure if you would go back, but No Man's Sky just had a massive update that looks really awesome. Would love to see more fast adventures.
This is from the Battlefield comms team. So this is yeah, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I haven't looked into that much lately. But maybe. The power of PC meets the potential of Portal. Is this a different article? What is this? This also just came out today. Okay. Breaking then. The power of PC meets the potential of Portal. Battlefield 6 brings the best PC experience in the history of the franchise, offering the widest array of features and customization options ever supported. Here's what you can expect at launch. PC specs, min, max, ultra, ultra plus. Awesome. You guys can look through that if you want. 4K visuals will be uncapped frame rates, create one of the most fluid, high-performance FPS experiences on the market, protected by the Javelin anti-cheat. Our anti-cheat system has unique modifications designed to safeguard against cheaters and hacks specific to FPS space. Javelin has been built from the ground up by the team of veteran engineers and analysts focused on studying cheat problems for each specific game under EA's umbrella and designed features to solve this issue. It's designed solely to protect against cheats within and outside of kernel mode. For guidance about the secure boot, you can go here. Secure boot is a way to essentially protect your computer. Battlefield is implemented this, and guess what? Call of Duty is doing the same thing for their game as well after they saw this news. There is also one other thing like TPM 2.0 that Call of Duty is going to be having. I'm not sure if that's the same as this, different. We haven't seen that yet, but that's coming. Ultra-wide monitor support. Catch every enemy flank with a full view of the battlefield now with ultra-wide 21.9 and super ultra-wide support. That's actually pretty sick. I feel like I do that for sim racing on my other setup over here, but I don't do it for the main PC because it doesn't come across as well for phones and everything and for streams. So I don't really have that. 600 plus customization options from HDR to HUD scaling to camera settings to streamer mode. Battlefield 6 comes with the largest suite of customization options ever seen in the franchise. If only there was a search feature for all of the settings, then it would be OP. But nonetheless, it takes some time to go through if you're on PC, I will say. It's not the most intuitive to use, but if it works, that's, I think, the more important thing. I had a lot of issues with 2042 where I tried to change the setting and it didn't even work in the first place. God is scared? Yeah, we'll see. Hardware feature support. We support a suite of techs that offer upscaling, frame generation, anti-aliasing, and latency reduction. With the launch of the official PC system requirements, NVIDIA confirms Battlefield 6 will launch with support for DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation, DLSS frame generation, super resolution, DLIA, reflex. Using these technologies, all GeForce GTX games can accelerate and enhance their experience, making gameplay smoother and more responsive. I even heard that NVIDIA can now do frame generation for games that don't even support frame generation, which basically, I think it uses AI or whatever it uses to put frames in between the frames. So if you're getting 60 FPS, it will generate more frames in between it and give you a more smooth experience. I think it comes at the cost of input latency. So I don't think I usually use frame generation, especially for competitive games. It's not really the best. DLSS 4 is nice. 600 plus customizations, if you can find them in the Hulu as UI, yeah. Play on Steam day one, introducing native Steam support for easier access than ever. I think this is huge. To my knowledge, if you get it on Steam, you don't even need to do like the EA login stuff. I'm thinking of just getting mine on EA so I don't have to deal with Tuesday's Steam maintenance, but I don't know. I also want my gamer tag. I have Stonemountain 64 on Steam, but I don't have it on EA's thing. Anyways, Portal. Redraw the lines of battle. The Portal mode. Oh my goodness. Look at this. So you could do apparently like scripted events. So you can have like all the AI move in certain ways, script things from it. You could use MCOM station as a buy station to buy certain things and set up a zombies game or something. I don't exactly know. Battlefield Portal is a massive sandbox where creators and players can push Battlefield to the limit. Take unprecedented control of your environment by moving, scaling, and duplicating objects. Moving, scaling, and duplicating objects. Create a completely unique game mode using NPC scripting and customizable UI. Legendary Battlefield experiences are waiting to be created. Show them what you're made of. So it's not necessarily full map customization, potentially. Like maybe we can't recreate something entirely, but yeah, note from this is a good point. Look at the barricades here. This is on Liberation Peak. There's not this many barricades that are there. There's not these towers that are there. There's definitely not this many players on a game that are there. There's not these spikes that are there, these walls up here, the sentry guns on top of the towers here. This is all theoretically custom made through Portal, where we saw some crazy clips during the trailer as well of the jets flying through rings of tanks, parachute objects only up style gameplay, where you're climbing up to the top of the map, the debris hill where you have helicopters crashing down on your way up. It looks insane. It's like what Forge was when that came out for Halo 3 and how game changing that was. I think that's what they're hoping for here, and it's maybe looking like that. I don't know. Create a completely unique game mode with NPC scripting, customizable UI events. That's crazy. Think it, create it, play it. The unique experiences created are called community experiences. Players can recreate classic game modes such as Horde mode or create innovative experiences like a top-down 2D shooter. That's kind of wild, right? The arcade modes that could get created could be cool. Powerful creator tools includes spatial editing. See, this is crazy. Map and geo editing, as well as AI scripting to customize the behavior of AI combatants. The Portal Builder tool also supports custom UI scripting for building fully bespoke user interfaces. So you can create an entire UI within the game. Dude, we might get some crazy content from this. Battlefield your way. With generous mutator and rule set options, you can use our web creator portal tool to experience Battlefield the way that you want. Hardcore, closed weapon. The sky is the limit. And this is similar to what we have in 2042. Import patches, settings, map rotation, team, modifiers. You can adjust the AI, the UI, the vehicle, the soldiers, the health, the attack sprint ability. That was even in the last one. Strafe while sprinting is a setting here. Sprint, infinite weapon magazine, slide. You can turn sliding off if you don't like it. Prone, you can turn prone off. Fall damage multiplier, you could turn off. Why did they choose this screenshot to show? Of all the tabs, huh? The tippity top of it, they put that? Soldier health regeneration. Soldier redeploy delay. Dude. Okay, if now this is me going out of a bit here. This all sounds great. This all could be great. But I've been wanting something like this in a BR for a very long time. I know a lot of people are not super interested in BR, whatever, but being able to set up like custom games and custom rules in a BR has been something I've done a lot of and like forced my way into doing in Warzone, and I have no control over it. It sucks, dude. That would be sick. That would be so sick. Cool. It'd be cool for multiplayer too, though. I mean, we'll try it for multiplayer as well. But dude, speed multiplier. Imagine a 200% multiplier. Oh my gosh, running around, everybody full speed in it. We could do so many fun games. Even on this, we could do so many fun things. Oh boy. Wow. I mean, my head's already racing. Full progression. Players earn full XP progression when playing verified community experiences in Portal. These use existing Battlefield 6 mode templates such as Conquest, Rush, Breakthrough, while allowing you to create and modify a wide range of mutators to make the experience fully unique to theirs. So the way this works in the game and right now is like if there's no AI, it's a regular game, you can get full XP and the server will be labeled as such. That's what I was saying earlier. I think they need to make it so you can filter by XP amounts as well for people. But that's even crazier. Imagine I just want to boot up a 200% speed server and we're playing normal rules, but everything's moving twice as fast. or even just 10% faster for the people who want to be the movement slide cancelers. Maybe that gives you the momentum, and now you can do that crazy tech that you want to do in the game, and maybe that appeases the Call of Duty people. To my video that I did the other day explaining all the communities that are within the game. That's pretty sick. Especially if you can earn full XP, then it's not even like, oh, I'm just gonna play this little thing. I'm just gonna do a custom game with Stone and not earn XP and not. No, you still play the game, you still make progression. Or if you go too crazy on the rules, the way they do it is they have moderate XP, so it reduces the XP that you can get per game. It caps it. Like every 5 minutes you can only get a certain amount of XP, or every 1 minute it caps it. So every minute you have to keep playing. You can't just play, get a bunch of XP and leave the game. You have to be there for the entirety of it. You get moderate XP, or there's restricted XP, which is what people are doing like the AFK lobbies, but you only get like 5-6k XP per game. And again, it's restricted per minute how much XP you can get depending on the rule set. So you can't just cheese the system and grind up. Although you can still do that for weapon attachments and just fight AI in some of these modes, like in moderate XP servers, which is still much faster to level up. And I do think they need to have some solution for this where they have full extra, like you get more for killing players. So if you're in a player-only lobby, you should get 2 kills per credit. Or if you're in a bot-only lobby, you should get half a kill per credit, or a fourth a kill per credit to grind something up, assuming that the grind is still relatively good. Anyways, easy to discover. Players will have a wide array of options to filter and experiences that they wish to see within the game server browser to experience library. Some select experiences can be featured directly on the home screen, making these experiences easier to find and join than ever, included with game purchase. Players will also have the ability to make their hosted servers persistent. So you can make a custom game and leave it up in perpetuity. You don't have to pay for server hosting like you did back in Battlefield 3 and 4. You can just create your own servers and keep it up. So if the player count ever drops, I assume other people can find it. If you guys are playing in my server and then overnight everybody leaves the server, it's dead. Next morning, everybody's back up. They want to hop back on. They're on for the evening, whatever. Repopulate the server. You can do that. You don't have to have somebody there. So it's always listed in the browser for easy access. That is sick, dude. With the server browser, I mean, this is looking good, bro. Especially with all the customizations that they're saying. We can go in, filter, turn off fall damage for games, to have all the customization from 2042. I don't see, there is the rules editor here too, so you could still do the rules editor. Plus, with the custom map creator, you can change the way that the map looks. This was peak. You can add different cover. You can resize, reshape, duplicate objects. Hopefully, that means that it's easy to actually use and create. You can create custom scripted events. You can create custom UI overlaying the game. So if you want to create a zombies thing or whatever, or a UI thing, create custom characters that you interact with. You can have menus pop up with them. You can have even a top-down 2D aspect, they're saying. That is quite crazy. Post-launch support then after that, creation and innovation doesn't stop at launch. Post-launch support will include modes, maps, weapons, and other features they are adding to the game, giving creators and players ever-growing ways to expand their Battlefield experience. Wow. Wow. I mean, this all sounds so good. Imagine the death races, dude. We could do jet death races. We could do tank death races. We don't have to be running from the zone like trying to figure that out. No, we could set the whole thing up. We could probably we could set checkpoints for it. We could set up turrets. We could set up spots where you guys can all own it. DM, do a screenshot of the map editor as well? Let's see. This is the tool for map editing. It's called the Go.engine. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, but this is how they're doing it. It's with this system. And here is a screenshot of it, of what it looks like. Oh my goodness, guys. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at all the jets. This is Liberation Peak right here. The high objective over by Pax Spawn right here. But there's this new tower here. That wasn't there. There's 50,000 jets here. Dude, I think we might be in for some game sessions here soon. Might be in for some serious game sessions. Hey, if you guys enjoy the coverage of Battlefield, keeping you up to date with it, drop it a like, drop it a follow. Thanks for tuning in.